Hi, we come from Top Leaders International, where we take leaders to the top. Again, in this series of counseling, this is episode number 4. I would like to bring you a topic on managing stress. I submit to you that stress is a silent killer. Many people are dying of stress and even some sickness that we ever think about. Now, why is this the case? This is the case because stress is linked to heart attack, stroke, diabetes, depression, dizziness, hypertension, ulcers, arthritis, and some cancers. Stress lowers the body defense system, and that is now why it has become a silent killer. Stress again is prevalent today because it comes in all shapes and in all sizes. Stress occurs in any situation at any given age. So it is not a preserve or a certain age limit. Now, what are some of the stressors that today they are bringing stress to as many people as possible? The first stressor is work. Work can stress you if you are not careful. If you are thinking all about work, it's all about work and work and work and work. You work until you're stressed and finally die. Secondly, sickness is also another stressor because sickness literally try to attack the immune system of a human being. So it can be very stressing. Another one is the death of a near one, death of someone that you are closely related to that can lead to stress. Another stressor is deadline in the office or deadline for some work that is to be done. So that can also lead to stress. Another stressor is financial problems. When money is not forthcoming or you get money, it doesn't help you in any way, or it's too little to manage even the basics of life, that can be a stressor. Again, relationships can be very stressful. It might be maybe marriage relationships, maybe parent-child relationships, might be work-related relationships. All kind of relationships can also be a stressor. Pollution is another stressor. This happens in many cities and towns of the world. So it can bring about stress that can be also detrimental to the person. The other one is heat. So this can also be a stressor. Change is also another stressor, and also transport. For example, you see many cities of the world where it's the order of the day to have traffic jam. It can be very stressful. Now, therefore, at this point, we want to ask ourselves, what is it that we can do to manage stress? What are some of the things that we can do to help ourselves deal with the stress? Because these things are there with us. We are living with them and or with our people. So they are affecting us in one way or the other. Now, I want to submit to you that it is not easy to deal with such. But again, it is not an impossibility. We can still deal with these things. One of the things we can do is you need to change the situation that stresses you, because no one can change it for you. If you find that you are burning, I mean, you don't have to stay in the fire waiting for somebody to move you out of fire. I mean, you take the first step and come out of the fire. So you have to change the situation that is stressing you. Number 2, you need to be organized. You need to be somebody that knows how to do planning. Well, you can start with simple planning, maybe planning 1 day or 2 days or a week or something like that. But as you get used to this kind of consistent planning, you'll find that stress will not be a challenge for you. Number 3, you need to have a mental attitude whereby it is you are positive, as in Dr. Nziwa calls it. You become a top thinker. You need the best. You think the best because you are what your thoughts make you. What you think is that what you become. So you need to know how to have a positive mental attitude so that you can be able to deal with stress. Number 4, there are things you must avoid. And one of the many things you must avoid is avoid alcohol completely, avoid smoking, avoid all these things that put a lot of unnecessary weight in your life. You don't really need them. Those are stressors. Yes, number 5, eat healthy and live healthy. You need to eat well, food that helps your body, not just whatever is available to be eaten. You see, it's not all things that are edible are not necessarily healthy. They are not good. So you need probably to eat and indeed to eat healthy. And if possible, also consult a nutritionist who can guide you to these things. You need number 6 to exercise. Yes, if you should not drive all through the week or through the month. You need to get time to exercise, and if possible, consistent exercise. That is very nutritional. You need to exercise. You need to arm your muscles with that kind of strength. Number 7, you need to learn how to relax. Relaxation is very important because it is time that you kind of help your body to recuperate, help your body to renew its strength so that you can be able to handle stress. Number 8, get enough sunshine. We thank God that in some of the places where we come from and we live, there's enough sunshine. We see it as an advantage and get that enough sunshine. Number 9, be calm. Be calm. Yes, calmness helps you to deal with any stressor, because it is when you are calm that many other ideas will come of dealing with the problems that are trying to challenge you. So to be calm is very important. So if you're in a noisy environment or if you're in a violent situation, you need to look for a place where you can be calm, where you can cool down. And as you cool down, you'll be able to deal with whatever is stressing you. Number 10, laugh a lot. Laughter is a blessing, and laughter is a gift that will help you become or be able to deal with stress. Find something that you can laugh at indeed. You can even look at some of the funny things you do and laugh. That laughter is very important. It's therapeutic indeed. It kind of makes you merry, and as it makes you merry, you find that the weight that you had, it's gone off your shoulder and you are no longer stressed. Number 11 is learn to spend time alone. Spending time alone, I've found it to be very healing. Most of the time when something is stressing me, I've got a time just to sit down alone and think through that issue and look at all angles, you see. Because when you're in an atmosphere where everybody is speaking, everybody is competing with everybody else, then you find that is very stressful. So when you spend time alone, you are able to come back to self and be able to ask yourself questions that nobody else could have asked you. Because listen to me, you are dealing with yourself. You're trying to help yourself so that you don't enter into a damaging situation. And finally, you need to drink enough water. Water helps, whether warm water or cold water, it will help you, you see, because it cools your system, and it cools your system, then the stress goes down, and therefore you find that you are you're becoming calm, you're becoming somebody easy to get along with. And as you get along with people, you'll find that the stress is gone. Okay, these are some recommendations, but we'll follow up with more teachings on this area, because in counseling, we want to help people come out of stress. But people are stressed now, but we have to help people so that the thing does not destroy them. My friends, you need to understand that whatever is stressing you has also stressed others. You are not the only one that is going through that. Neither will you be the last one to ever go through that. So what you are going through is really not unique. It is one of the things that goes through many people's lives, and you can always conquer it if you think you can. We come from Top Leaders International, where we take leaders to the top. Thank you for staying tuned.